it's Sleepy Maron or Z here. Today I'm going to be speaking about my experiences of being a lifestyle Lolita. Now, these are mostly going to be public interactions that I'm going to be discussing, but it's also going to be personal, like my friendships with my family, and also when I go to class because I am a university student. So now I'm going to go over my cord for today. I'm wearing a Jelly Pretty dress with my bodyline blouse. It's the Wave Frill JSK from 2002, I believe. I'll correct myself in the caption if I'm wrong. And I have a Spica hat, and yeah. And also my Engine Pretty Bloomers. Alright, so I have a list because this is a lot and I want to make sure that I don't forget anything. So firstly, I'd like to put a disclaimer that this is going to be a more realistic video. It's not going to be like, you know, sunshine and rainbows, like I go out, everybody loves what I'm wearing, like, but I will say that everybody's experience is different. Speaking on that, I don't speak for all Lolitas. Every Lolita has their own personal and unique experiences. This is just mine. And I feel like the interactions I get, for me personally, are area specific. So that depends if I'm in a conservative, smaller town, like my hometown, or if I'm in a bigger city area, which is my area where I go to university at. So each area is kind of specific depending on what region you're in. This could also go for what country you're in, what state you're in, and more. So don't think that my interactions are just like how it's going to be. And this video is also intended for people that are looking to maybe start incorporating Lolita more into their lives, or actually just start wearing Lolita. And so firstly, I'm going to talk about my family interactions. And if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my tablet. So my family is mostly supportive. Well, all of them are pretty supportive because they know that I've always been into eccentric fashion ever since I was a child. And my mom is also into Lolita fashion and also into eccentric fashion. So I've always had support. Even when I was in middle school, I've always had support for wearing Lolita fashion. And I know this isn't the case for everyone, so I am very thankful for that. And the only thing that they're not really much into is body modifications. So like if they do want to make like a negative comment, it's usually going to be like about my septum ring, but like that's like almost every like older generation in my opinion, so I don't really mind that. So in public, a lot of people often think I'm in a costume, or they'll be like, who are you cosplaying, or I love your cosplay, or you look like you're in an anime. This is just my normal clothes, but honestly, like I've gotten to the point where I don't really correct these people because I know that there's like good intention behind it, and I'm not gonna give them like a whole essay about like the history of Lolita fashion and that I'm wearing Lolita fashion. I just say thanks and move on. Like it honestly just makes my day easier. There are some people that want to correct them and sit there and educate them, which that's good for them, but like me, like I just want to like, you know, I just want to continue like with my day. And so when people ask like what I'm wearing, because sometimes they are curious and they don't know what to call it, they'll be like, oh, like what's the style you're wearing? I always call it EGL, or I just say it's a Japanese Harajuku fashion style, because especially if it's someone who's older than me, because I know that the word Lolita has negative connotations because of the book. And I'm not gonna go on a debate on the book or anything, but I will say that this fashion has nothing to do with the book. And I also don't want to like explain that to someone, because I feel like I'll be standing there kind of like talking to a wall. So I just always call it EGL or J fashion. Keep it short, keep it simple. I don't want them to make any weird assumptions about me or think that I am supporting like the book or like dressing like the book. I don't know. I have nothing to do with the book. I've never read it. That's just how it is. So, and I also get made fun of on public transportation. So it's mostly by like teenagers. Like one time I was on the bus, you know, I was just chilling, and this like girl was like yelling at me. She's like, what is that you're wearing? Like, I mostly only see little kids with that on, da da da. And I was just like sitting there like, like I just paid her no attention, just pretended like I couldn't hear anything even though I could. But yeah, I feel like some people like really need to like raise their children better. I'm not that mad at the teen, I'm more so mad at the parents that they didn't raise their kid properly enough to know how to react when they see something different in public. Let's see. I also have gotten made fun of by teens at the mall. So I honestly, like, when I get made fun of, I'm really like, I either don't notice it or I'm used to it and I don't react. I never really say anything back. It's rare that I say anything back. It depends how out of pocket someone whatever the person says is. So I was walking in the mall with my friends, and this teenage boy shouts at me. He goes, "Oh, I love your outfit!" And it was a teenage boy with a group of other teenage boys, and I kind of like was like, like, I don't know if he's being genuine, but I'm just gonna say thanks and, you know, approach with kindness, because even though like in the back of my mind I'm like, like I'm probably being fake complimented right now, because I did get fake complimented a lot growing up. But I just was like, you know what, let me approach them with kindness and respect. So I said, "Oh, thank you so much." And then like as I walked past, he goes from behind me, "That shit is ass, you should take it off." But yeah, that's an interesting interaction that I've had. And then also one time at the train station, I was wearing an aquarium carnival dress, and I was wearing like two bows like up here, and I was just waiting for my train, and this guy approached me and he was like, "Where are you from?" Like just kind of like flirting with me, asking like if the people where I'm from are like righteous and stuff. Was like asking, like, I don't know, I think he was like trying to hit on me. And then he's like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm 16. He's like, "Oh, 16, that's a great age to be." I'm actually not 16, by the way. Let me put a disclaimer. I am an adult. I lied about my age so that he would stop bothering me. But I was like, "Oh, like, I'm 16." And then he was like, "Oh, 16, that's a great age to be," and then left me alone. So if you're ever getting like, you know, hit on and you don't like the interaction, just lie about being a child. 9 times out of 10 you'll be left alone, but there are some out-of-pocket people out there who will probably keep bothering you. Another thing I'd like to point out is that most of the time when people are giving me negative interactions in public, sometimes I straight up don't notice. Usually my friends, when I'm like down south, are the ones that notice for me. They'll be like, "Oh my goodness, like, Z, someone was like staring at you and like making weird faces at you," and I gave him a death stare. I'm like, "Thank you. I love y'all. I love my friends." Let me just say that. I love my friends. This is why I actually enjoy wearing Lolita in public more of my friends, because they have my back, even when I don't notice. So I also get compared to Little Bo Peep a lot. I've even been compared to Little Bo Peep by a professor before. But it was like a really like, I feel like it was positive. It was not in like a negative way. She was like, "Oh, like, this one time, like, during this haunted like attraction thing I went to, there was like this actress and her outfit reminds me of you, and she was playing as like Little Bo Peep, and she had like a book with the pages falling out." I'm like, "Oh, that's like really cool and nice." I never said, "Oh, I'm not Little Bo Peep," blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't care. And another time at a concert, I was at a concert and I was like moshing and stuff, and someone was like, "Little Bo Peep would never." Like, it's funny, like, it's continuous with Lil Bo Peep. I think it's because I wear blue. Surprisingly, I rarely get Alice, probably because, like, my hair isn't blonde, I guess. I don't know. I rarely get Alice comparisons, even though I'm a primarily sax Lolita, but I do get Lil Bo Peep a lot. Okay, so this is like a funny, weird comparison. I noticed people taking more pictures of me out of Lolita than I do of people taking pictures of me in Lolita. So when I'm wearing like my more normal clothes, like, yes, I'm a lifestyle Lolita, but like, or no, sometimes I want to dress like bummy down, like that's perfectly fine. But I like to wear like some sweats and like a sweater or whatever, and people will literally be taking pictures of me and laughing at me on the train. And I think it's like, I don't know if it's because of like my septum, it could also be because of the region I'm in, but where I'm from, like this, like wearing a septum ring is like common as hell, like where I'm from. I guess like up here maybe not as much, but like I'll literally see people taking pictures of me, sending pictures of me to their friends and laughing at me on the train with their friends. And this will be like grown people, like this will be people that are probably like in their 30s, and I'm like, you're weird, like what is wrong with you? Or they'll just be like staring at me up and down. I'm like, okay, like what is there to look at? Like I'm not even in Lolita fashion, I'm dressed normal, I'm just sitting on the train trying to get home. Like why are you looking at me? Like you're weird. Oh, I will say too that being a lifestyle Lolita also gives me a lot of confidence. I feel personally way more confident when I'm in Lolita. It gives me motivation to get up out of bed, not to like make that deep or anything, but like it really does give me motivation to get up out of bed and plan my outfit for the day. And it honestly makes school like a little less like sufferable, you know, like it makes it more fun to go to class. 98% of the time when I'm out in EGO, I am alone. I don't have friends really. I don't really have many friends at school. I don't really have many friends up here where I live now. So most of the time when I go out in Lolita, it's alone. And I feel like when I first started wearing Lolita out in public, I was like really nervous too, because being alone makes it like a lot scarier. And I'm not like diagnosed with social anxiety or anything, but I am like very like anxious when I go out in public, even when I'm in or out of Lolita. And then that whole experience of a guy like hitting on me at the train station kind of made me like stop wearing Lolita in public for some months, because I was scared like for my safety. Like I don't know, like I don't want to, when I take public transportation, I feel like I'm easily like stalkable. I feel like anyone can easily track me down, especially with the way that I'm dressed. So for safety reasons, I was like, well, I don't think I'm going to be wearing Lolita in public anymore. And I feel like that's a valid reason to not want to wear Lolita in public. And I feel like not dressing in Lolita every day or not wearing Lolita in public doesn't make you any more or less of a Lolita. Like you're still a Lolita at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how often you wear it. So if you're concerned if like you're not Lolita enough because you don't wear it enough, don't be concerned. Like you're literally more like a Lolita enough to me and to like literally almost everyone in the community. So don't worry about that. And when first starting out, like if you want to first start out like wearing Lolita in public, I recommend starting out with some friends. I wear Lolita out with my normie friends. I wear it out like, I don't really have any like Lolita friends. I have Lolita acquaintances, but I don't really go out with them much. But I wear it out with my normie friends, and they're like nothing but supportive, and it makes it way less nerve-wracking, because you could just be yourself around your friends. You don't have to worry about everybody just staring at you walking alone, and you have your friends there to defend you if anyone tries to come up to you and say anything weird to you. And I feel like if you're a Lolita wanting to get into it more and start integrating it more into your life, and you're scared for how your partner will react or how your friends will react, and they're being unsupportive of you, those are not real friends. I don't care what anybody says. If you're going out dressed up and just being yourself, and you're like literally not harming anyone, and those people are chastising you and shaming you, those are not real friends, okay? And I'm not saying, oh, you gotta make Lolita friends. No, like people can be normal and respect you. It's basic human decency. You shouldn't be with someone that makes you have to water yourself down. Like, unless like what you're doing is harming someone else, like you shouldn't be trying to change those types of aspects of yourself, of you literally being yourself. I just like to put that disclaimer out there. There's also been other times where I've been compared to a child in public, and that just gave me the ick. Like, this guy walked up to me and he's like, oh, Google Gaga. I'm like, oh no, I'm a grown-ass woman, like you're weird. Like I did not, that's like the thing that gives me like the biggest ick. A lot of people I often meet often have assumptions of me based on how I dress, and assume I'm more naive and innocent because I like cute things. So I feel like, one, you shouldn't be judging people based off how they're dressed, and two, I feel like some people might feel they need to put on like a certain personality when they're wearing Lolita. No, you could still be yourself. This isn't like the 2010s anymore. This isn't like you need to be like locked in, mannerly, tea party attitude all the time when you're in Lolita. No, this isn't the 2010s anymore. Like, you do not have to worry about people like crashing out on you for literally being yourself in Lolita. Like, yes, people are looking at you and stuff, but like you could still be yourself and have fun. It's just clothes at the end of the day. Let me see. Oh, I also want to say, people in higher education do not give a about how you dress, okay? I, like, from middle school to high school, I had to deal with people judging me all the time for the way I dress, right? And as soon as I got to like university or college, nobody cares because they have other things to worry about and they actually have lives. They have something like going on for them. So if you're in like high school or middle school right now and you're worried about what your classmates are saying about you, just know that like in a couple of years, those classmates are probably going to be asking you for the links of where you got your stuff from, okay? A lot of these things, like I feel like sticking to trends and like washing yourself out to follow trends is pointless because trends are time specific. So like imagine you just saved up a bunch of money to buy something just because you saw that it was like cool online for your closet. Then like a year later, it's out of season. So now when you wear it, you're getting made fun of by the same peers that convinced you to buy it. Like it's pointless. So I feel like right now, like keep being true to yourself and all that. Like I used to get bullied in middle school for wearing Doc Martens. I used to get called Dorothy. I used to get called Pennywise because I had like bright red Doc Martens that my mom gave me. Then suddenly everybody's all complimenting me for the Doc Martens that I wear in high school. And I'm like, where was the same energy when y'all were talking about, damn Daniel, what are those, all this, whenever I would bring my Doc Martens to class? Now y'all are asking me for the links. Now y'all are complimenting me. Now y'all are trying to be my friend. That's what I'm saying. Like stick to yourself. Those same people that are making fun of you are probably going to be asking you where you got it from like in a couple of years. Like just be yourself. I also love running into people that are actually like educated in the fashion. Like sometimes I'm like hit with, oh, I love your outfit, da da da, and I'm like, oh, that's so nice. And then I get hit with the, I love your cord. How do you know what that means? Let me be your friend. Like I love like when people like when they hit you with that I love your cord, that means like they're actually educated on the fashion because like they know that like usually in like Lolita we call our outfits cords because it's coordinated. Like it's all coordinated, it's put together to coordinate. So when they say like I love your cord, I'm like, oh my god, like how do you know what that means? But I don't actually say that, but it is like really nice running into people. And I also love converting my friends into wearing Lolita, giving them links. I even provide links on my socials for people that are getting into Lolita. Like, I just love converting people or people telling me, oh, you inspired me to start wearing Lolita. Yes, and also, another thing I'd like to say, if you're someone that's like getting inspired by me thinking, oh, like, I wanna wear the same type of outfits as you, I wanna wear the same color as you, but I don't wanna copy, there are plenty of Lolitas before me that have worn only blue before, okay? So just wear whatever you want. Don't be worried about any of this. Wear whatever you want. Stay true to yourself. Don't worry about copying me. Like you have my approval. And if anything, let's twin. Okay, let's twin together. Like let's match outfits. Let's sell each other dresses. Like I need more blue Lolitas in my life, okay? So that's all the points that I have for today. I just like to say thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe this video if you liked any of my points made. And also, if you're a Lolita or if you're looking into getting into Lolita, comment some of your personal experiences. I like to see those, to see if you relate or if you agree with mine. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you again.